Well, the IBC stands for the International Buddhist Confederation, and the idea behind it is that we should bring Buddhists of the world together. India gives an example of religious tolerance, that all religions are seeking for the best in the human being, in the human spirit.
The way Narendra Modi did is very insightful and encouraging. So in the same way, he supported the IBC for the cause of Buddhism.
The government of India, they are in a good position to bring this peace around by using Buddhist values.
Right now, I'm at the International Buddhist Confederation being held in New Delhi in the Indian Habitat Center. This confederation is basically aimed at bringing the Buddha leaders or Sangha leaders across the world together to take forward the preachings of Lord Buddha to the world, which is as conflicted as it is right now. We have with us the most venerable Jetsuma Tenzin Palmo, who was also listed on the BBC 100 Inspiring Women list. We're going to talk to her. First of all, what does the IBC do? What is the need for it? How important it is right now in this world?
Well, the IBC stands for the International Buddhist Confederation, and the idea behind it is that we should bring Buddhists of the world together to recognize the commonality of the Dharma.
Since you mentioned India, it's the birthplace of Buddha. How do you look at India right now in the world where it's all conflicted? What role does India play for you?
Well, I think it's very important that India gives an example of religious tolerance, that all religions are seeking for the best in the human being, in the human spirit, and that we should not be in conflict. Religion should show how we can live together, respecting each other in harmony. This India is, it's a home of many different religions, and by rights they should all respect each other and live together, appreciating each other's good qualities rather than in conflict.
As far as I know, you lived in England and then you moved to India, to Himachal. Can you tell us about your inspiring journey that you embarked?
Well, I became a Buddhist when I was 18 years old. I came when I was 20 in 1964. Then I met my teacher, and basically we've been here ever since.
The IBC can list a very important role to address the issue to the United Nations as well as political leaders around the world to have the spiritual resource for their consideration and implementation. So I do think that Prime Minister Narendra Modi of India has a very good vision as the leader. Met India becoming a rising country, not only the economically but also the spiritually. And one of the soft power carried by Prime Minister Modi is to introduce Buddhism as the cultural, spiritual, intellectual perspective to help the people to release the suffering as well as the other human problems. So apart from that, also the person who got the 155 countries in supporting for the yoga, bringing about the physical health and well-being. So I think in this juncture of the world, so the way Narendra Modi did is very insightful and encouraging. So in the same way, he supported the IBC for the cause of Buddhism.
India is the place of the birth of our great teacher, the Buddha, and so it has its the right to use that as to bring the Buddhists together. Especially there are so many holy sites that all in India and parts of Nepal. So the Buddha preached peace. So that's something that the Indians or the even government of India, they are in a good position to bring this peace around by using Buddhist values.
I think there has to be a balance, because we have the worldwide Buddhist community, but we also have India, which is the birthplace of Buddhism, and where Buddhism prospered and developed for more than 1,000 years. Although things changed and Buddhism in a way left India and spread out in other countries in Asia, still India is very important to Buddhists. So there has been many discussions about the holy places of Buddhism in India and how they can be developed and become more inviting for pilgrims and tourists from other countries. So that has been actually a quite important issue.
What is the message of Buddha that you would like to impart to the world or tell the world right now?
I think the most important thing is that we do not plug in to the dark energy which is being generated also by the media, of fear and anger, hatred, partisanship, we're right, you're wrong, or this conflict. Don't plug into that dark energy. Send out the light and love and compassion on all sides for all beings. This is very important. The Buddha always talked about universal compassion, and that's what the world desperately needs right now.
The Confederation also has, most venerable Jetsuma Tenzin Palmo present, who is the president of the IBC, and also she was listed on the BBC 100 most inspiring women list. In a world as it is right now, this is really needed to make the world more peaceful, more habitable for the people. This is Soumya Shukla with video journalist Sumit Kumar, The New Indian.
For such fine news breaks and video features from ground on your mobile phones, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, The New Indian, by clicking on the bell icon. Also, follow us on the social media handles on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook and Co.